Okay.
Oh man,
We here, y'all. We here.
what they do? What they do? What they do?
I know this is our first YouTube only podcast.
Like pre-recorded, yeah.
Yeah.
The only one.
Our boy, it's motherfucking Alpha.
Motherfucking alpha.
He's away right now. He's on vacay. He will be missing out on these next 2 episodes, but
Boy out here exploring the Great North.
you know what I'm saying? He wanted a taste of the northern winds. You know what I'm saying? That northern breeze. What was it? What did my guy Theophilus London say? He said let's Oh no, he said let's skip the northern breeze for the he said let's skip the northern freeze for the southern breeze. But this man is doing the opposite though. He said I'm going up north.
So I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna flip it.
I'm going up north, the north side. But what's up, y'all? It's so yeah, you know, in light of recent events that have been happening on Twitch, with and it's getting bad out there, bro. That shit ain't cool. That shit ain't right. I mean, if you dislike a certain content creator, it's one thing. But when you're just blatantly racist, sexist, homophobic, and you're just being straight up about it, and the platform is doing, if I'm being honest, absolutely nothing
Jack
to stop
shit.
it, that's a fucking issue, my man. You have so many people of color, so many people of different races and genders.
Just different backgrounds.
Yeah, that are trying to thrive and, you know, feel comfortable in this space, and the people that are making them uncomfortable freely and willingly, and the platform isn't doing anything to help them. You know, all of those emails, you know, about, hey, we stand with you, don't do shit, when you're not actually, the people that own and that run the platform aren't doing anything, then you don't stand with us or with them if you're not doing anything about it. So
So for those of you that are not familiar with it, basically what's been happening for like ever.
yeah, pretty much.
But like it's been like rampant lately, the past like month or so. It's started actually happening right after Twitch added, you know, it added margins to what you can add as tags to your streams. So you can tag your stream as like black, he, him, or she, her, whatever, they, them, trans, all that stuff. You can like make it super specific so a target group of people can actually follow you, find you. vibe with you. And of course, people took that the other direction and have been initiating like hate raids. It's been like hundreds and maybe thousands of like bot accounts that would like raid people of color or someone of like of the LGBTQ community. Um, there's a lot of letters in there. I'm not saying, but yeah, they're rating them and saying a lot of hurtful things like, oh, hang the Negroes and all that ridiculousness. You know, so it's been happening pretty much all of August, and for words like simp or like PogChamp or something, Twitch was like, nah, nah,
Yeah,
that's not happening.
that's a good point to bring up. They were super quick. I remember with simp and
Right.
and I remember a lot of people were like poking blame at like Pokemon and all of them, which
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what the whole thing was about that, but I don't think she had really thing to do with it. It was just Twitch went out of their way to be like, yo, not no more.
Chill out. Right.
And
You,
y'all were
you get
swift
caught
with
saying
that,
that,
but
or
people are
having fun with
reporting.
that.
People have been reporting shit like this for months, even years now, and y'all just are just like, yeah, we're trying. Like, what are you really doing?
What are you trying? Like just today when I logged into Streamlabs, right on the banner it says introducing safe mode, prevent harassment, hateful messages, and chat spam from appearing on your live stream. They weren't even involved.
I'm gonna be honest. Like we
Like,
know that Twitch is a bigger. Like you use Streamlabs to stream through Twitch or YouTube or whatever the case is. Twitch is owned by Amazon, who, like, if you guys didn't know, owns like the majority of web service. Like, I don't know if it's just in the world. I don't know if it's just in the country, but they've owned the yo like to put it in other terms, like the internet that Netflix uses to stream their shit, they stream it through Amazon. Like that's how
yep.
big these niggas are. You would think that a platform like Amazon and like Twitch that are owned by this big ass company would do a lot more. Streamlabs, like again, Streamlabs wasn't even really involved with this shit, and they literally just were just like that, like yo, nah, no more, my nigga. You would think that a company as big as Twitch has filters that they could be, that that they would put through their chat, and
Well, I mean, yeah, you have like your followers only mode, you have your subscribers only mode, your emotes only mode, whatever. But that only gets you so far. What I learned
yeah,
is that um, even with like followers only, like, all these bots, like, they follow you.
yeah,
You know, so it's not like that helps. Subscriber mode, it impedes on the people who actually isn't subscribed or isn't able to subscribe to.
yep,
Kind of sucks, but subscribe. Come on. Um, and then even when you're offline and you're like doing nothing or whatever, and then like they go in, like it's recommended to put like your chat on like emote only mode, because if you have all of that like hate stuff on in your chat, even when you're offline, you can still get banned for it.
yeah.
So that's wild. Um,
That shit makes no sense, dog.
there's a lot of there's IP banning that they can do, but for individuals going to this length to be this ignorant,
Yeah, getting a VPN is like dirt cheap. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I think it's GG for Mugen's camera. Yo, it is GG, y'all. Is it just me in here right now? Is it just me? Is it just me? I'm.
what are
You
you
go,
talking
bro.
about?
Bro, my shit. Your camera froze for like a clean minute, bro.
Did it? I
Yeah,
don't know.
on my end.
On my end, it's still like going pretty strong.
Bro, my shit. Your shit
I
froze for
don't know.
me. That shit was mad funny because it froze when your hands were like this, so it looked like you were.
Doctor Strange.
Yo, facts. But yeah,
um,
Twitch is
what was I saying?
definitely. Bro, Twitch has definitely not been taking that I've seen. To be honest, they haven't been taking any measures because I remember, like a couple months ago, I got an email from them in regards to shit like that, where they were like, "Hey, we don't tolerate any type of harassment towards, people of different backgrounds, or this or the other, and we just want you to know that we stand with you." And I was like, "Okay, this little funky ass email is not gonna do nothing. I hope y'all know that." I hope y'all are actually physically going out of your way in your system that you own and can, ban words like simp permanently from the fucking thing, or and have that word make like auto ban you from that person's chat without them having to do anything, and the platform to like allowing so much hate to go through. But again, it's just one of those things. And also I feel like it's since it's not happening to a certain group of content creators, then they're not really gonna look at it, because that's not like us smaller creators and shit. We could be affiliate already, and we could maybe even be partnered. But unless we have a certain following, then it's not really gonna be something that they're even gonna care about. If I'm being honest, that's just from what I've seen on Twitch for like years now.
This has also been I don't know if you know the streamer Asmongold.
Who?
Asmongold. I don't know, some random ass white dude, bro. Honestly, I've literally never heard of him prior to this. But yeah, there's been like a thing where he's like going around saying, like, yeah, it doesn't matter if you take a day off of Twitch or whatever. It's like you're nobody. It's like Twitch is not even they're not even gonna recognize that you're gone, bro. Like honestly, you're not gonna.
Oh, that was just like the nigga the other day that was like, if you get with somebody and they take their Twitch streaming shit seriously, then I think it was like they're not a grown ass person or some shit like that. And then
we don't listen to people like that. And those would be the same people who like then later on try to join.
Of course. And then not only that, but they're also the fucking people that like once he started getting so much heat, immediately his next tweet was, no, but I meant like if they're not making money off of it. And I was like, how the fuck are you gonna make money off of it if you're not taking it seriously? You can't just expect to log on to Twitch and get 1,000 followers that day just because you said something funny. And even though it does happen, randomly.
It depends on like what kind of content you're putting out.
But it's like you can't just expect to go on Twitch one day and play fucking Spider-Man and have 1,000 people follow you and oh shit, look, they donated random. Nah, you got to put in the work, and that's how you make it. So you have to take it seriously for shit to pop off. Obviously, we always promote this to have first and foremost have fun with what you're doing. If you want to take it seriously, nothing against that. Do stream however you want to stream. At the end of the day, but
people can tell when you're having fun and when you're just doing it for money.
Yeah, and you don't never want to do it for the latter. Absolutely, you never want to do it for the you never want to do it for the latter, because I've unfortunately stumbled into a couple of streams where some of these bigger names, you can kind of just tell that something is like a sponsorship and they're just playing it just to play it. And I'm just like, this shit is fucking boring, my nigga. Like, how are y'all?
Right.
How is there 7,000 people watching this nigga right now? Like, this shit is fucking boring.
You know what never made sense to me? Like people who like go into like these like bigger streamers, like YouTubers or whatever, and they like donate to them
just so they could read their message and shit. I'm like, bro, I'm finna get the fuck out of here.
I never understood that.
Yo, listen, like at the end of the day, listen, y'all, it's whatever. If that's how you want to live your Twitch life, do you. By all means, do you.
Keep that over there.
But it's like, yo, that shit is like, first of all, you don't need like, you should never feel like you need to like what's that shit called? Not reassurance. To be acknowledged by these bigger people. You know what I mean? Like, especially
some of them aren't even that great.
They're not. Like, if we're being honest,
they're really not.
And we're not just talking about the people that get, caught with like sexual harassment charges and stuff like that. Like, obviously those people are shit too, but a lot of these people are just
no raps
douchey.
Against them. They're just garbage.
Like if you're a garbage person, like come on, bro. These people are literally paying you so you could be there for them. The least you could do is be a decent fucking, like, we're not even telling you to be perfect because nobody's perfect, but be a decent fucking human being, my nigga. Like, come on.
Word.
It's really not that difficult to be. You have to, it takes more effort to be a dickhead than it does to be nice. So,
no, as far as the whole day off Twitch thing goes, get thicker skin, guys. Come on.
That too.
There's two ways you can handle that situation there. You could either sit there, cry like a little bitch on your stream, and let them win, or handle it gracefully. Acknowledge that they had no time on their hands. Like, so much time on their hands, mind you. and that they're dropping follows in your chat. Like they're increasing that viewer rate. Take the W.
Listen, to become partnered on
Who
Twitch.
cares if they call you a Vine
To become partnered on Twitch, my man, you need to average 75 people watching you. If 75 niggas is hating on me in the chat, that's a W. That'll be the only stream I do that month, so I could get partnered, and then I'm chilling, bro.
I'm out.
I'm chilling, bro.
That's it.
And what we mean by that, by have tougher skin, is like, yo, I get it. Everybody was raised differently. Everybody, like, people have certain triggers that others don't, and that's understandable and shit.
You're soft.
Yeah.
Stop being soft.
At the end of the day, yeah, to be honest. I mean, we say this all the time, and we mean it. We're very vulnerable when it comes to certain topics here, but if I'm being 100% honest, I'll stand by this. New York niggas is not pussy, and like it is what it is. You have to have tough skin out here when you're growing up, because you will get fried every day for the rest of your life.
You could literally be crossing the street. You should be called a dumb dickhead.
Some people will break down if they hear that. Like, that's crazy to me, dog.
It's like, yo, why are you so angry, sir?
Bro, like
that's normal fare. It's normal fare.
It is, but it is just one of those things where, like, and this is something that I guess we've all been seeing too, that I've been noticing as well, is that when a lot of these people start saying like shit in your chat, it's because they want that attention. When you don't give them that attention, they leave.
They want that reaction.
Yeah. Like, if your moderators aren't doing their job at the time,
doesn't go on for that long.
It doesn't. Really doesn't. If your moderators aren't doing their job at the time, whatever. But if you give them that attention, yeah. First of all, why are they mods? And secondly, if you give them that reaction that they want, they're gonna stay there and they're gonna keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a lot tougher if if they say certain things and you need to react. But at the end of the day, I mean, to be fair, you don't need to react. But
the gentleman we were watching earlier, that video, it's you are something.
He had me fucking dying, bro.
Yo.
He had me fucking dying, bro. I don't know what you're saying right now, bro, because your camera froze again, but it's all good, my G. Definitely got to be because it's
yeah, he was just like, it's probably because it's raining near you. That's why.
Yeah, that's a fact, bro. My fucking shit is shit right now, boy.
Yeah, he handled it perfectly, to be honest. Like, there's probably no better way to handle that. And he went about his day, kept streaming, did his thing. Like, when they get you crying on stream, and I understand it's frustrating. It's a very frustrating thing. Tougher skin. Go on. Keep streaming, keep doing your thing, and then afterwards, once you hit that end stream, let it out. Because that's what they want. They want you to quit. They want you off the platform.
Yep, that's
and you saying, "Oh, I'm gonna go to another platform. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that." Guess what? They're gonna go right with you.
Yeah, of course.
There is literally nothing stopping them from going to that other platform and doing the exact same thing.
Because let's be honest, YouTube definitely doesn't have shit. Like, the best YouTube could do is like filter out. You could filter out your comments. They have a thing.
You could turn off comments.
Yeah. Cool, but it's like on Twitch, it's live, so it's like the whole point of it is to interact with chat and do live things. You know what I mean? With people having their input and shit. So when Twitch doesn't even have that, a filter for inappropriate shit, then what are we talking about? It's tough.
That's right.
That's
right. But enough of that. That's like we can literally sit here and talk about that for hours.
That's a fact.
Go in a circle back and forth about it.
We just gonna be here chatting, bro. That's all it is.
Yeah, we be chatting.
We're just gonna be here chatting.
Yeah, I sit and think, like, what if changes were made? Twitch, right? And then that thought leads into what if about a lot of other things.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
And then it hit me. What if Stephen Strange wasn't the only one in his car when he crashed and ruined his hands? What if Christine was with him? And that answer was given in the 4th episode of Marvel's What If.
Fucking phenomenal episode.
Fire!
The animation style I've been really liking for What If. Like
it's grown on me immensely since episode 1.
I think episode 1 didn't do it too much of a justice. No pun intended, you know. But there were definitely some good scenes in episode 1, but overall it didn't do it as much justice as the other episodes did. Cause
so far it's the weakest one.
Yeah, because like T'Challa Star-Lord was fire. Obviously, this episode animation wise was the best one because of everything that happened in it. Like T'Challa Star-Lord, I'll give that one second, but this episode, bro. Just because of overall what they did in the episode, like that shit, bro. That shit was fucking fire. And then the other episode was the Avengers all getting killed. Hank Pym, Yellow Jacket.
Hank Pym.
That shit was crazy too.
At first, I was like, "Oh, it's probably just like." Who did I think it was at first? I thought it was like Nick Fury doing it, like on purpose.
You thought? I'm not gonna lie, they low key caught me.
Like I thought
it was Natasha at first. I thought it was
really?
Yeah,
no, I thought it was Nick because of the whole like Hydra thing. So I was like, oh, this is probably one of those episodes where it's like, what if Nick Fury was part of Hydra?
Yeah.
Completely threw me off. And no, it was when Natasha was in the library, and she was literally fighting like nobody. I was like, it was probably like Ant-Man or something. But I wasn't sure if it was Scott or Hank.
That caught me off guard because they didn't even mention, like, up until who was it? I think it was when Nick Fury was breaking it down. Up until then, there was no mention of like anything Ant-Man related at all. And then when we got to see it was that, and for that reason too, I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. It was dope.
Yeah, the way it played out, it made a lot of sense.
Yeah, I liked it.
But this episode, however, is the one that so far has done the most in terms of like acknowledging the universe that it's in.
Bro,
with Doctor Strange talking to the Watcher, though.
That gave me chills. He's the first. Even though we're 4 episodes in, he's the first person so far that he was even able to feel
acknowledge. Yeah. Because in literally every episode, you can see the Watcher like in the background of like a lot of
they'll throw a random scene in, and he'll be like watching or whatever.
Right, you'll just see like glowing eyes and like the shape of his head or whatever, and then like it's him watching.
That
like
was
him
fire.
watching Steven in like in the library, and then like she's like, "Hello."
Yeah, he's like, "Yo."
I was just like, "Wait, no way!" He did not just acknowledge him. And then to have like a full-on like conversation with him later on, I was just like, "Yo, Sorcerer Supreme, yo."
Bro, I'm telling you that shit. Yeah, this animation-wise, this has been... I mean, to be honest, animation and story-wise, I think this has been the best episode so far. Because...
It also brought up another thing about timelines, which...
Oh...
Like this whole theme, new phase.
I think, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I know one of the things that you're gonna say. I wish they would have maybe not shown it, but talked about it in the Loki show, because... it would have made a lot more sense for everybody, and it would have given it more depth. The whole thing about the points. Yes, and it's like, you can't go back there because this was supposed to happen.
Absolute point in the timeline that cannot be changed. To
be fair, they tried to... I guess they tried to explain that in Loki, but they didn't call it an absolute point. They were just like, you can't go back there because you don't exist anymore. And it's like, no, why? Like, what's going to happen if he goes back there?
No, they touched better on it. They didn't acknowledge it. They touched better on it when it was like, the Avengers were supposed to be doing like their time heist or whatever.
Yeah, but I wish like
in itself was an absolute point.
Yeah, 100%. But you see the explanation that like the Ancient One gave him, where she was like, this had to happen to you in order for you to go find yourself, become Doctor.
For you to train in the mystic arts. And, yeah.
Like, even though again they did say that about the Avengers as well. Like Ravonna was like, that was supposed to happen. That's how they beat Thanos. in the quote unquote main timeline. Let me not say Sam's trigger words before he just comes. The spirit of this nigga just comes out of nowhere. It's not. It's
dimension.
It's just one timeline. But
you probably jump in here. I'm talking shit.
Yo, bro. But it's which let me throw something in there too because I'm petty. This nigga King the Conqueror did say that because he won, not King the Conqueror, the He Who Remains did say that he called it the sacred timeline because that is his timeline and he was destroying all the other timelines, not because it is actually the only timeline.
The only timeline. So, correct.
But that's neither here nor there anymore.
That makes sense.
But yeah, I think the absolute point stuff, I wish they would have like really given us that in Loki, like a little bit of that in Loki, and then this would have been like a full circle moment to have that in this episode of What If, to kind of like to solidify that because it makes that description of it made 100%, like it made more sense than anything they tried to do on Loki to explain the offset timelines.
And that was a 2-minute explanation.
It's not that fucking hard, y'all. It's really not that fucking hard.
It's super easy, super simple, to the point. Like, we get it. Okay. So
yeah, pretty much negated.
You can't change.
Yeah, pretty much like made half of the Loki show irrelevant with that, with the whole, all right, why? What's going to happen if we do it? Oh, yeah, look, the Ancient One did it in fucking 60 seconds. So, yeah, that's
right.
That's all we needed. That's all we were asking for.
Speaking of the Ancient One, I wasn't a fan of the whole, like, oh, I'm dead, but I'm back.
I felt like that was supposed to be more like I think if they would have done it like how they did in the movies, she should have came back to just talk to him, not the whole thing where she like fucking used dark magic and shit and split the game. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? If you're not dead, then just say that, lady. Like, come on.
Right.
We need you.
To be fair, he was using the time stone a lot. So he did create a bunch of timelines.
Yeah, he did.
I wouldn't say create, but he like definitely like visited them.
First of all, this is something we need to talk about. Where the fuck the TVA at when you need him, huh? You got the Sorcerer Supreme here doing whatever the fuck
Doctor
this nigga want to do.
Doing whatever.
But so y'all pussy. That's what y'all telling me. This nigga could do whatever he want. Nah, bro, that's not him creating all of those timelines is not an absolute point. Fuck all that.
It's not. It's definitely not.
That nigga literally, he went back. I think I counted that he went back like just in what we visually saw at least 10 times he went back. Mm-hmm. And that's just what we saw. I'm pretty sure like they did like a little time skip and did a couple of them, but come on, bro.
It's very interesting that each one of the timelines that he created, she ended up dying regardless.
It's supposed to happen. It's supposed to happen. And that sucks. He figured that out. And yo, even though I don't want to go ahead of myself too much, but at the end of the episode when he realizes that even though he was able to bring her back from the dead, she ended up getting erased anyways because he ended up killing the universe. Paradox. Yeah, he ended up fucking he erased the universe, and she had to go along with it because he couldn't. Which at that point I was kind of thinking because I'm like, yo, he, I forgot this dude's name. I think it was Gigliotis. He was like he said that Strange was in the library for centuries.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like, yo, my man, I feel like in that sense...
He also has a time zone, so it makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, because he did say that he froze himself in time so he wouldn't age and he would be able to, like, read through all the books and stuff. But what I'm saying is, like, yo, bro, let's say if you were in there centuries, right? All right, let's just say 1,000 years to throw a time out there. I'm pretty sure you read enough spell casting and magic books to be able to, like, somehow stop at least her from being erased. But then again, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe the whole... like time paradox and stuff is still it's above everybody, you know what I mean? Like it's just something that like once it gets going, it's that force is just that strong that it's
like
gonna
you
happen.
Have to be on like a celestial level.
Yeah, that's why he was asking this dude, the Watcher. He was like, "Yo, aren't you?" The Watcher's just like, "Yo, nah, my man, I can't do that."
I need to watch, so I can do it. But you ain't gonna learn nothing.
Yeah, that's a fact. He's like, also, if I do it. Could probably fuck up other people's timelines, and you're definitely not worth it.
Word, yeah.
He looked at him like, yo, I'm not doing that, bro. Chill.
No,
I'm not. That's tough. He was mad far too. He was like, damn, that's tough.
Cold-blooded.
He looked down. He was like, damn, bro, that's tough. Ooh, ooh, that's tough.
Bro, like him absorbing like all of those like
those demons and monsters. Yeah,
bro,
that shit was fire. Somebody was
The bug. He took the bug's cape.
Yeah, I
That
like
shit was
I like that
fire.
version of the dark cape. It looked super dope. When the capes are fighting each other too at the end, that shit was mad
All right,
funny.
so like that's my thing, right? So like, why was that cape sentient?
I mean, just like his cape.
Were they so like all of the beings that he was absorbing? Were they like different variations of him?
No, I think they were. I watched a little bit of Emergency's video on it. He did notice that there were some similarities to like some like mythical beings
Mm-hmm.
and like things like you
Because he was
saw.
absorbing like foxes and
Yeah, somebody
bears and dragons and shit.
somebody said that he quote unquote absorbed the White Panther spirit as one of them, but that was apparently something completely different. Um, there was just a lot of things there. I don't think there were versions of him because we saw a couple things with capes, but he just took the one from that big ass bug. I think he kind of knew what it was maybe at that point, and he was just like, all right, I'm gonna take that shit. Um,
Right.
Also, again, where was the TVA at? Because when the Ancient One explained to the good half of Doctor Strange, she was like, "Yeah, I used dark magic to be able to let two variants of yourself coincide in the same universe
Acknowledging the
without it."
existence of the TVA.
Yeah, without it even apparently that's cool with the TVA. They're like, "Hey, yeah, so she's a sorceress, whatever. She
I
she was able
mean,
to do this
do you
and."
think they'd be able to like do anything about that?
Bro, the TVA has stopped crazy ass threats before. I'm pretty sure they should be able to at least like confront these niggas. Like, yo,
Defeat the
y'all
sorcerer
wilding right now.
supreme of
Like,
the mystic arts. Really?
not saying defeat. I'm saying confront. Like, yo, listen, y'all wilding. If I
Yeah, you
come
say
back, bow
confront like
bow.
that's gonna like do something. Like
At least the
they
good
gotta
Doctor Strange
stop
would
him.
would have been like, yo, you right. Let me go get my
Yeah,
twin.
right. Right.
He is arrogant
Yeah,
as
right.
shit, but
Right, exactly. Just Stephen Strange alone, he would be like,
Man, what
if
the
you
fuck y'all
don't get
talking
out
about?
my face, bro.
That's true. Also, I feel like in versus Loki, like what Loki did when the TVA came to him, I feel like Stephen Strange. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I think I know he's in MCU timeline. I'm talking about now. I'm pretty sure he's aware of the TVA and he knows of them. If you're the Sorcerer Supreme, if you're at that level, and I'm sure the same thing goes for Wanda and beings like that, I'm pretty sure they know about the TVA. Maybe they don't know about the events that happened after Loki got there, but they know about the TVA and what they do correcting uh, deformities in the timelines and shit. So I feel like if Doctor Strange was to see them pull up in the MCU and they would try to do something to him, he would 100% stop that shit. He'd be like, yo,
Now,
listen,
do you
yeah,
think
yeah,
he
yeah.
he knows of like what happened with Wanda
Oh,
currently?
absolutely. He has to. I don't think it's gonna be like cause so the way that this is what these people are saying from Marvel and Sony and stuff. So the way that it goes is that the Doctor Strange movie. Well, so these three movies technically take place back to back. So you have um, No Way Home is the new Spider-Man, right? It's No Way Home. So Far From Home, the one that came out after Endgame,
Yeah,
you have Far From Home, you have
because this
No Way Home,
continues right after that.
yeah, and then Doctor Strange is supposed to continue right after No Way Home. They're all supposed to happen back to back. I don't think that Wanda's just gonna appear and then Doctor Strange is like, "Oh, what the fuck is wrong with you?" I think he knows, and then maybe he's waiting for her, or maybe he finds some way to have her come there. Maybe she feels like, "Damn, I know the only other sorcerer aside from myself, obviously besides Agatha, and I locked her in that."
On Earth is Doctor
Is
Strange.
Doctor
Yeah,
Strange. I should
I mean
probably
that makes
go,
sense.
you know. But then again, she is like away in a far off little forest by herself, so she probably could give less of a fuck about what's going on outside, unless it's affecting her. It's probably just like whatever, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what the setup would be for that. Maybe because of the whole like multiverse thing,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it'll have her be like, "Yo, hold on," and the Doctor Strange is like, "My bad."
There's gonna be some big things that happen. I know, like I said, all three of us we've been talking about it for the longest now, ever since all these things came out. But there's gonna be some really big things that happen in the multiverse of madness because so they released some set pictures and apparently the two boys that played Wanda and Vision's kids are in the Doctor Strange movie. So
Interesting.
so pretty much they're confirmed to be in the movie, which means that she either officially gets them back, or maybe we're gonna see like a nightmare scene with her or
Another
whatever.
timeline, maybe.
Yeah, so I don't know. We at this point we can only guess. The movie is only what, October, November, December, January, February. Yeah, we're about 5 months away from the movie now. So it's pretty close because when you think about it, we have Shang-Chi coming out tomorrow. You
Yep.
have Venom is actually has not been
Delayed.
pushed back. It hasn't been delayed.
Has it?
It's still coming out next month. The Eternals is coming out in November. I looked it up too, like because it got announced that it was delayed last week when we were doing the podcast,
Yeah.
and then the day after the studio said no, it's still coming out in October. I was like, oh
Yo,
shit,
make up your own mind.
yo, facts, because niggas don't got time for that right now.
That's a fact. I mean, I'm still pirate that shit in. You know what I mean? But still,
We got
need it out on the
Eternals,
right day.
Eternals November, Spider-Man January, Morbius, Spider-Man December. Sorry, January is Morbius.
January. What?
Yeah, January is
Oh,
Morbius,
December.
and February is Doctor Strange. So it's
I don't want to wait till February. For Doctor Strange.
yeah, it's Feb. I mean, listen, it's better than the original date. It was supposed to be in May, and they pushed it up.
Yeah.
Speaking of movies too, we could throw this in there real quick, even though it's opposite. Shazam 2, I saw on Twitter today the director, he officially put it up. They finished filming today for Shazam 2, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, that movie is supposed to come out, I think, next year. I mean, I'm pretty sure it'll be a lengthy movie, and it being a Shazam movie, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some heavy editing and post going into it.
Of course.
Actually, matter of fact, that's a good thing. Let me look that up right now real quick.
But while we're on the topic of acting wrestlers, John Cena's been doing a lot.
You said active wrestlers?
Yeah. Acting wrestlers, yeah.
Oh, acting wrestlers.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, he's been doing a lot. And with him doing Peacemaker, and now the last movie they did with Lil Ray, the Vacation Friends. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Bro.
I feel like they be giving John Cena, like, sometimes his roles are a hit or miss because he kind of plays very similar roles in a lot of things that he does.
So does The Rock.
Yeah, that's true. But I feel like when placed in the right movie, like, you can't just be like, hey, let's have this like super thicky movie and then have him always play the comic relief. Like, I feel like that's gonna get overdone. I mean, it already is overdone, but
Well, no, he had, I think it was the Marine or something like that.
yeah, that was
Way back in the day.
yeah, that's a
And those were
throwback.
garbage.
Oh, that's a fact.
Yeah, they're garbage.
He has his role to play, for
maybe
sure.
this is the role that he's
Yeah. So also, I just saw this thing now too. So Shazam comes out in June of next year, early June, like the first week of June. It comes out. I think it was like June 6th or some shit.
Summer blockbuster.
Yeah, and Black Adam comes out in July. So they're gonna be coming out. Essentially, they're gonna be both in the movie theater at the same time. Because movies stay in the
Essentially,
theaters for what, 2 months, I think it is, or something like that. So yeah,
On average, it's about like 60 days.
yeah. So Shazam and Black Adam are gonna be in the movies for a certain amount of time, for like together at the same time.
Double feature, baby.
Yeah, pretty much. If you really want to be that person and wait, which there's nothing wrong with that, knock both of them out. Also, another thing too, to add on to the whole Doctor Strange and all that stuff too. I'm almost 100% sure, aside from what's gonna happen in this movie, the post-credit scenes are gonna lead into Multiverse of Madness. Aside from other things for like Spider-Man's future that they're gonna lead into, we're definitely getting a Multiverse of Madness post-credit scene.
Because Far From Home had 2 post-credit scenes. No.
I'm trying to think.
It was 2. It was the one with Nick Fury as a Skrull.
Yeah, I remember that.
And the whole Jonah Jameson thing. Yeah, so it actually had 2. So I wouldn't be surprised if this one also had 2.
Yeah. Wait, that wasn't the end of the movie, the J. Jonah Jameson thing? I thought that was. I
No.
mean, That was the post-credit scene?
That was a post-credit scene.
I thought that was the end of the... I swear I thought that was the end of the movie, bro.
Nah, bro.
That's how long it's been. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I watched the movie twice in theaters.
That movie came out, like...
2 years ago?
3 years ago. Like 2-3 years ago. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
it was 2019. It came out right after... It came out not right after. It came out like 3 months after Endgame. Because I know Endgame was like May... And this had to have been like July-ish around there. Yeah. So it came out a couple...
Endgame was not 2019.
What?
Endgame wasn't in 2019.
Yeah, it was.
No way.
Yeah, because Infinity War...
2018, bro.
Infinity War was 2018.
Hold on.
Yeah, bro.
I need to confirm this.
Bro, trust me. I know this for sure, bro. Endgame was 2019. Infinity War was 2018.
Endgame was in 2006.
This nigga.
That's a totally different movie.
I'm like, bro, I could not have imagined that movie coming out in 2006, bro. They would have.
Yeah, you see Cuban Gooding Jr. and James Woods. It's like, yeah, that's not the right.
No, sir.
That's not the right Endgame.
No, sir.
Yeah. Oh, wow. It was 2019. That's crazy. Why does that feel so far away?
That's because of last year, bro. 2020 was brutal, son.
Bro.
We got so much in 2019 that they were just like, y'all don't even know we about to fuck y'all up next year. Yo.
That's crazy.
Staying on the topic, obviously, as well, of comics too, DC, I think in the last 2 or 3 days or whatever.
Fandom.
Yes, they announced the date. October 16th this year is going to be the DC Fandom. I'm going to try to take that day off for you guys and try to record and live stream some live reactions to like whatever. Or to be honest, once they release the schedule, that's really gonna be the only time I'm tuning in to the shit that I want to see. Everything else,
it's a fact.
I'll be alright.
Fact, I'm not sitting there all day.
Yeah, because nigga, last year, bro, that shit was like fucking 10 hours long, and then they started it over again after it finished.
But this is gonna be on a Saturday, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be on a Saturday, which is good.
So I'm not gonna react to it until like Monday, so I'm gonna have to like stay off.
Oh, GG's, bro.
Twitter
2 whole days.
2 whole days.
Yeah, I know I'm coming. Yeah, I know I'm coming through on Twitter with all the Batman leaks, Gotham Knights, Suicide Squad. Show me all that. I want all that.
Locking you, Graham.
All that. I'm
muting you.
I'm a call, bro. I'm gonna pull up to this nigga job and show it to him on my phone. Yo, bro, look. Bro, look.
Definitely having security escort you out, my guy.
Sir, get this man out of here. I don't even know him. Bruh. But yeah, I mean,
he's still in.
So I saw like the little they gave us like a little teaser. I think it was like a 2-minute thing on YouTube or whatever of what they're teasing at the Fandom. I think we're gonna get a teaser, like a very, very quick teaser for Aquaman, because they have him on like the thumbnail for the Fandom. Like Jason Momoa, Aquaman, like just like a general thing. I think we're gonna get a teaser for some of the new animated stuff.
Is it Emilia Clarke or is it gonna be Amber Heard?
To be honest, let me see, bro. I mean, oof, that's
they haven't like confirmed either yet. I know there's been like sayings that it's gonna be Amber Heard still, but she might be petty about it and be like, "Nah."
Ew, what the fuck is that? I think that it's Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. I think that where's it at? Where's the thing at? Sequel, Lost Kingdom. So right now it still says Amber Heard in there. So it is it's tough. You would think that with how staticky they were with fucking Johnny Depp, that they would have the same energy and keep the same energy for Amber when we found out that bitch was the one abusing this nigga the whole time. But just goes to show that they don't care about niggas. I don't want to hear nothing. When this episode comes out on YouTube, I don't want to hear nothing. Y'all do not have the same energy when it comes to men's mental health and well-being as y'all do when it comes to females. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Don't come to these comment sections. Don't come to my mentions. None of that shit, my nigga. Y'all do not have the same energy when it comes to men's mental health.
Let me know what you think.
Let me know. Don't let me know. I don't give a fuck what you gotta say.
Don't let him know. Let me know.
Y'all do not
I
keep
want.
that same energy when it comes to men's mental health as opposed to women's mental health. Anybody else's mental health, but niggas. Y'all do not keep the same energy, and I don't
And
want to hear it.
prioritize your dog's mental health
Yeah,
over
man.
your
You're like,
husband's boyfriends.
come on, bro. Come on.
No, don't do that. He doesn't like thunder. You gotta keep
I
him
don't give a
safe.
fuck. About to light spark you up. Stop it. We opening up all the windows in this bitch. But yeah, it's true. But
It's true. And you did. Oh, so you did respond to my Instagram post.
oh, I did. Yeah, that's true.
You did.
I did.
Um,
I did. I definitely did. And
you did.
there's two sides to that. I did have one short, not two shorties that I used to talk to before that gave enough of a fuck about what I was saying to actually like when you bring stuff like that back up in conversation down the line of like things that I like or things that I mentioned that I'm
Oh, I
into.
didn't save any of them shits. Oh my gosh.
That's a
I should probably save that for this episode.
bro. Listen,
Can I?
the only reason why I
Oh,
know,
they're gone.
bro, the only
Oh
reason
wait,
why,
it should be in my archives.
the only reason why I know that is because that's like the only thing that has been done. You want to know what was the best part about you putting that up? I can't even imagine how many females you had responding talking about, oh, but what do they do for me? We not talking about y'all. This is how we know that y'all don't give a fuck about niggas, like for real. When we ask something as simple as like, yo, fellas, name something nice that a lady has done for you. Oh, what they did for me. That's not what we talking about right now. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, you seen
Shut the
seen
fuck
my
up.
my response to that, right? Where one was like, where was it? Yeah, she was like, "Oh, I do so much. What you mean?" I'm like,
I don't. That's not what the
shut
fuck
up.
we're
I
talking
wasn't
about.
asking you. Get out of here. Be gone. Get out.
I
of
wouldn't
here.
even have responded to that. I would have left that shit on red, my nigga. I'm like that.
Nah,
We're not talking
I
about
needed
you.
her to feel stupid because
Yeah, come on,
the songs that I put to was Pigeons, throwback song. I love that song.
bro.
But yeah, a lot of the responses that I got,
They were so basic, bro. They were shit that like if you would have done that to a female and her friends would have found out, or
oh,
even
you would have
her,
been
you first of all
toxic,
you would have been the
savage,
not even
scumbag.
you would have been the talk of the group chat. That's first of all, and second of all, you would have been, yo, really? Is this the only thing he's doing for you? Look how hard it is for him to do this for you. But when it comes to
Right.
niggas, it's like, yo, oh, yo, babe, yo. So you know, when was the last time you did this for me? I mean, I did other stuff for you, nah, but like, stop dodging the question. Like, it's hard. It's
Well,
bro.
they're pros at that. They will dodge the question,
Of
flip
course,
it, and put it on you.
of
And
course,
it's like,
bro.
yo, that's not what we're talking about.
Stop it.
That is not what we're talking about right now. And actually, I can tell you the tweet that thought process originated from. Once I find it. Oh wow, I completely missed that one too. Oh man, Twitter gives me so much like content.
No, that's a fact, bro. It's fun. I saw this tweet I think yesterday, or the day before, where somebody was like, once you learn how to use Twitter, like all other social medias become irrelevant. And I'm like, yo, that's true because
I definitely spend a lot more time on Twitter than I do
you could
any
you
other
could
app.
like you could like make a post and like retweet. You could do the same thing on Facebook, but Facebook is whack now. You know, you could retweet or requote quote tweet with a GIF, and like I'm like, yo, that shit is fucking fire. That shit is mad
Fire.
funny, mad funny when you do that shit.
And it makes it more expressive.
Yeah, that's a fact. Also, I feel like, if I'm being honest, I feel like things pop off way faster on Twitter than they do anywhere else. Like,
Oh yeah, of course.
bro, like the
This
crate
is the more
challenge shit.
superior.
That shit, when the crate challenges were happening last week, yo, they were on Twitter for like 2 days, and then I went on Facebook and I saw many people talking
Oh,
about, yo, have y'all seen this crate
people's
challenge shit?
they're doing that shit in like Hunts Point now.
That's fine, bro. Listen, it's the Bronx. It's just, you know what? Yo, listen, y'all don't understand. One of my favorite quotes, you know, I live by this quote, and it's because it happens way too often in New York. It is, I swear to God, it is natural selection at this point. Like, it really is, my nigga. If y'all see niggas doing stupid shit, don't try to stop them. Just let it happen. It's natural selection at this point.
That's a fact.
It's like Thanos, but without actually physically doing it to half of the people in the world. Just let them do it to themselves. They're pretty good at it. They're pretty good at it.
Oh, I feel like she deleted it.
Of course she did, bro. Once she saw you fry the other joint,
stupid.
bro, listen.
She sounded stupid. That's why.
Nah, of course, that's how it is.
Damn, I should have screenshotted that shit when I had the chance. But it was something like dudes don't even be trying to. Oh, like if you're not like doing like complimenting me or like taking me out or doing X, Y, and Z, da da da. Like how are you trying to keep me interested? Listen, what are you doing?
Yeah. I mean, that whole argument of like who's doing what overall for the other person, I think is a dumb argument because it's like I'm not supposed to, when you get into a relationship with somebody, you end up building each other up, and at the end of it, you're at this point where both of you have like built each other up and are in a comfortable position, mentally, physically, emotionally with each other. And it's not like that goes into what we were talking about not too long ago. I think on the last episode or the episode before that, where like when people break up and stuff, they don't give themselves enough time before they start being with other people or looking at other people or talking or physically being with other people. So when you're not, in order for you to, I wholeheartedly believe this one thing. In order for you to be in a successful relationship, you can't come into the relationship at anything less than 100%. Because if you do, the other person has to put in twice as much work to not only have themselves be enough for you, but then also have to fill up your half that you're not giving. You know what I mean?
I agree, and I also disagree. Because sometimes you can't help the way you feel about people. Sometimes you end up in these relationships with people. But that portion that you're missing, it's not the other person's responsibility to fill. You fill that on your own time.
Oh no, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I agree with that.
To contribute to it.
I agree.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying for the other person to have to be the person to like make up for your lack of self-love or whatever the case is. That shouldn't be the case. Which is why a lot of things fall through so fast and so often, because you have somebody that's coming in that recently got their heart broken and like
they haven't processed that and haven't dealt with that properly.
Exactly. And now you're just jumping into another relation. Maybe it started off as you guys just being physically with each other, which again, there's nothing wrong with that. Do what you got to do. But then when it turns into something else and you're still not at 100%, now that other person who's coming off of maybe they haven't been in a relationship in a year or two, they're good, they're straight.
Percentages too.
Yeah, and now you're at like 60%, so now they have to do themselves and also be more than enough because you're still, and then that also brings in all that other baggage and shit from your old relationship that you're gonna throw onto them because you're not at 100. You're not happy with yourself, so you put that onto others.
Right.
So yeah, just that's the best thing I could. And what I mean by be 100%, I don't mean to be the perfect person for that relationship. I just mean you have to be happy with yourself and you have to be understanding of yourself in order to be able to love anybody. If you don't love yourself, you can't love anything or anybody else. That's just how that works. So,
right. I kind of just wanted to like read off some of these responses that I got. There's actually a few that I haven't even that I didn't even share too. I guess people don't know how questions work on Instagram.
That's because people don't read once they see the trigger words like men and happy, they're like, nah, fuck that nigga. And it's like, all right, I guess. Golly, what the fuck did niggas do? Like, we get it.
Yeah,
we get it. You grew up with your dad, and you're looking for validation in niggas every day. So, the fuck does that have to do?
So the questions: what's a way women try to keep you interested? One response was, they do that.
Goated response. Fucking goated response.
That was literally the first response that I got.
Goated response.
This is gonna set up for the rest of the responses because this is the energy right now.
I feel like that's why that shorty was even extra hot to respond the way that she did because she saw that one.
Oh yeah.
I do so much for this nigga. I don't like, bro. I'm gonna be honest. That's not, yo. When I tell you, and I mean this in the most nicest way, or at the end of the day, it's fuck y'all. Like, you got to receive this how you want to receive this. When we ask for something that's very specific, especially when it comes to something like this, don't come at me with the opposite. Like, that kind of response, oh, but I've done so much for him. I don't give a fuck what you did for that nigga. We're talking about, this is the question for guys. Right now. Yeah, this is the question for guys to talk about what has a shorty ever done for him that made him feel good, or whatever the case was. But don't come at me with what niggas, I don't give a fuck what you did for that nigga.
You get your chance to say your piece. Like, you just gotta relax for right now. Like, why are you jumping the gun like that?
Selfish. That's why.
Basically.
Chicaderous and deplorable. What happened?
Hold on.
Yo, that's bad funny. Oh, man. But listen, guys, if you guys want to, leave in the comment section below on YouTube. Leave us some of the fellas or ladies that have been with another lady. We don't judge over here. Or anybody that has been with a lady. What has been the nicest thing that a lady has done for you? Or that made you feel like, I don't want to say worth it, but, what's the nicest gesture? Well, that's what the word is. What was the nicest gesture a lady that you were seeing, to be specific, has done for you? Leave your answers down in the comments below. Thompson is over there wilding on somebody right now. Yeah. My beat is good.
My bad.
Yo, I saw the look on your face, bro. I was like, oh, yeah, it's time.
Another response was, what's the way she's interested? She'll give you one-word replies and never plans anything. She super wanted.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, let me guess. If you do the same thing with the same energy, she catches an attitude, right?
Oh, absolutely. Females hate when you treat them how they treat you.
Yep.
That is a fucking
fact. Ew, what's your problem?
Yeah.
Ready for that.
Oh, yeah, this nigga's being mad emotional right now. What's wrong? I don't even want to talk to him right now. I bet.
So that's when you hit him with the screenshot. Send back. Who's this conversation with? What you mean? Oh. How's your day? Good. Oh, what you been up to today? Nothing.
Bro, that I think we spoke about this like in the earlier episodes of the podcast when we were talking about like I don't know if we had an episode or we were talking about things that, like, I don't know if it was like turnoffs or things that we didn't like in a relationship, but for me that is one of my biggest pet peeves just in general.
In general,
like,
right?
You know what I mean? Like if I hit you up and I'm not expecting you to. If you want to write an essay, you can. I'll sit there, I'll read that shit. I don't care. I'm that person. But if I hit you up, genuinely asking like, yo, bro, how you doing? How's everything? I'm good. I will not respond to that shit, my nigga.
Like, right. And then you get mad when I like never hit you up again. It's like, oh, you don't talk
because you dry as fuck and you
fucking
don't talk
whack. To me, nigga. What you mean? Like,
if you're not in the right state of mind, head state, and you don't want to talk, let me know. Like verbally, let me be like, yo, my fault, bro. I'm just not really into it today. I'm gonna hit you back.
Copy.
It's that simple. It's really that simple.
Now, granted, if you say you can hit me back, I'm never hitting you up again until you
hit me back. Facts. But that in itself is a whole nother thing too about the whole. Right. I'm gonna let you know. I bet. So I'm not gonna hit you up no more until you let me know about whatever it was that we were talking about.
Right.
So
and the same thing goes for planning too. Like if I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna be doing this, and that. Oh yeah, I'll let you know. I'm not gonna remind you.
Yo, how many times has this happened, bro? Where you've invited people to the bar and they're like, yo, I'm gonna let you know, and then when they don't pull up, and at like 2 a.m. they see how lit it was. Damn, bro, I was gonna go. I was trying to be there, but no, you wasn't, my nigga. No, you wasn't, man. You was in your bed by the time we got to the bar, and y'all niggas
the next day they'd be like, oh, y'all said y'all was mad lit. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, we was, my nigga. And
why you ain't remind me? I'm not your calendar, my guy.
Nigga said, "Damn, bro, I forgot, bro." Okay, I mean, it was literally the last thing we spoke about. Like,
Or my favorite thing is no invite. Of course not, 'cause I don't want you
yeah,
here.
yo, the, if I don't invite you somewhere, if I'm being honest, first of all, don't ever hit me with the no invite because on my iPhone, my red receipts are on, and on Instagram, you can see when somebody like sees your shit. I will literally leave you on red and seen. Don't ever hit me with that no invite shit. That's some cornball shit. And secondly, if I don't invite you somewhere, 9 times out of 10, it's because I've invited you places before and you've dubbed my shit. So now that you actually pay attention to how lit niggas be when they be out, don't talk to me about some yo, bro. Next time I'm in there, no, you're not, because you're not gonna know the next time I'm out there.
Exactly.
So don't hit me with the yo next time, nigga. Next time, Nathan.
Next
Stop.
time, nothing. You go by yourself.
Stop it.
Matter of fact, don't even go. I don't want to see you there.
Yeah.
But my thing is like, the reason why I don't invite people out to do things is one, I know it's not your vibe,
That's fair. That's fair.
so I'm not gonna invite you to something you're not gonna enjoy.
Don't it be weird when the people do hit you up though that you know that's not what they about, and they still hit you with the yo no invite? Damn, you should have let me know.
Oh, I don't
Like,
even acknowledge that.
I'll be like, yo, first of all, even if we haven't spoken about it, I mean, nah. I know it's not your vibe if we've spoken about it before and you told me you don't fuck with it, so don't hit me with the no invite. I'm gonna be like, yeah, you told me you don't fuck with this shit, so
Right,
why would I invite you? like what?
What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's one, I'm not gonna invite you if it's not your vibe. If it's not your vibe, I'm not gonna invite you. So don't say no invite when it's not your vibe. You look stupid. The second is I don't invite someone somewhere if I was invited.
Well, or like if somebody invites you, you
If
don't
somebody
invite like
invites
more.
me, I'm not going to invite other.
I think froze for your shit again. Yo, Spectrum, what's going on, son? Shit is whack.
But yeah, if unless they were like, yeah, it's cool, you can bring like whoever, then it's like, all right, no problem. Then
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest, and I think this is a fair thing to do, especially because I hate if the case is like, especially if you don't know the person. I don't invite people. I definitely do that. Where I don't invite people to something that I was invited to, and secondly, that person that's hosting it or doing it, I'm not gonna ask if they tell me, yo, you could bring somebody. You could bring somebody if you want to. Then I'm gonna hit up the right person for that function. You know,
right,
I'll have like 2-3 people on reserve. Like, yo, you know what's up? I'll we'll get in there, whatever. Yo, what's up? You trying to pull up with me to so and so's birthday, whatever the case is. Like, I have the right people for the right functions. But I'm not gonna go out of my way. Like, if I tell you, yo, bro, I'm going to so and so's birthday. Oh, that's what's up, bro. What's up? Can I pull up? No. Even if you know them, you can ask them if you could pull up. But I'm not
right.
gonna ask for you because
Like if they wanted you there, they would have told you about it.
you know the last time that shit happened to me, bro. I'm not gonna. It's a familiar name that I mentioned before on the podcast, but like my boy, single blue minds, cause my boy James, where he we were going to our other boy's baby shower, right? This was after. When was this? This was actually that's about 2 years ago now. Damn. I remember it was like summer 2019. It was maybe August or September, and so like he knows that our whole group is going to our boy's baby shower. He didn't personally get an invite, but he knows that like he's cool with my boy that was having the baby shower, so he knew that he would have been good to pull up. But obviously, in a situation like this, you don't just pull up to somebody's baby shower. You should have asked them like, "Yo, is it cool if I come?"
That's like a seated event.
This nigga hits me up like 10 times. Yo, can you ask him if I could come? Can you ask him to come? And I was like, nigga, you're good. Just come with us, bro. He's not gonna say no. This is your boy too. He's like, nah, but I don't feel comfortable going without confirmation. Fair enough. So I asked him. I was like, yo, you know, James wants to pull up. Can he come? And he's just like, nigga, of course. Tell him to pull up. After going through all of that to have this nigga pull up, this nigga ends up not coming.
Not going.
And I told this nigga to his face, I was like, yo, bro, I will never fucking ask anybody if you could pull up with me anywhere ever again. Because that wasn't the first time that happened. And I was like, yo, bro, don't, man. Just don't. Ooh. I just got a notification from from Physical Gamers on Twitch is live. Damn, bro, read the room, bro. Read the fucking room, my boy. What's wrong with y'all?
Oh, let's see, you're still logged in. I'm logged out of everything, everywhere.
I have notifications on my phone and shit. But yeah, so just one of those things. Yo, listen, we from New York. We've been dealing with no invite niggas for decades now.
Centuries.
If you're not there, that means that you wasn't invited. Don't ask, no invite. Yeah, of course no.
Mm.
Yo, bro, you wanna know what's hilarious? This shit happened to me so many times with niggas that I fucked with at Best Buy. I would be on a date with a shorty, and they would think that it was like my homegirl. Maybe they thought that the people that were sitting around us were with us, and I would like throw up something of like what we was eating and shit, and they would clearly see different females every other time, and they would be like, "Damn, bro, no invite." I was like, "Nigga, you want to come on my date with this bitch? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, my nigga?"
Yeah. Fuck yeah. I have people
Bro.
too. They'd be like, they'd like hit me up. I'm like, no, nah. I'm like, I'm not on a date right now, and they'd be like, no invite.
Nigga.
Bye. Bye.
Bro. Are you trying to be funny? Because that'll definitely get you fucking blocked right now, my nigga. I'm not even playing with you.
I'm not even gonna acknowledge that. I'm just, wow, crazy. But yeah, like I hate the no invite people. Like even for gaming, it's like for gaming stuff, it's like you have people say, oh yeah, we're about to be doing this, da da da. He wasn't invited. Or if you're not gonna invite me,
If he wasn't invited,
game or
for a
something,
reason,
I'm not gonna be in your like chat or whatever. Like, oh, can I play? No.
Yo, facts. No.
No, you will never see me do
that. That's what happens when I would host the lobbies of like Smash or Mario Kart, and I would put it that it'd be like, oh, I'm playing with my boys. I've hosted open lobbies, nobody shows up. Soon as I put Smash or with the homies with my boys, yo, bro, what's up? Can I join? No, nigga. Like, where was y'all at? I was streaming Smash for like 4 hours not too long ago. Nobody pulled up. I'm on there fighting online niggas by myself. I was fighting for my life. Nobody wanted to pull up for a lobby, right? Copy. Soon as I put up, oh, I'm playing Smash with my boys, Mario Kart with my boys. Yo, bro, what's up? Can we join? No, you can't. I don't know you. No, you can't join. You're not my boy. You're not my homie. No, you can't join. And that's a fact. I mean, hold on. I gotta real quick. You can keep going though, bro. I think low key. What are your expectations for the fandom, my boy?
I feel like we're gonna get another Matt Reeves trailer for Batman.
Facts.
Which is gonna be great. It's definitely needed. It's so weird talking absolutely nothing right now. I know you can like still hear me, but like as far as like responding, it's weird. I'm excited for the Flash trailer that's allegedly they'll be showing. We get to see like what that's going to be about. What else? There's a lot going on, to be honest, and I'm really curious to see where their animated movies are headed right now. Because I think the last one, the last one they did was Justice League Dark Apocalypse, where Barry had to like reset the timeline and stuff like that. So I guess that was like the end of like the New 52 timeline for the animated movie. So I'm excited to see what they do with that. I definitely want more Constantine content.
Ooh, facts.
Definitely do, because in the comics and the animated movies, I mean, it's been prominent.
When you were talking about I could hear you the whole time. When you talk about the movies, did you mean like main continuity animated movies, or just in general the animated movies?
Main continuity.
I think, yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they do the New Frontier, or like if they try to start that up, because I know the only thing that we've gotten so far after Apocalypse War has been the Superman movie and then the Long Halloween 1 and 2, which I guess Superman technically would be the newest main continuity movie, I feel like, because Long Halloween I feel like that's just one of the things where they're just like, obviously this is a really popular
Well, that was a
storyline.
project they were already doing for a long time.
Yeah, I think.
So I don't necessarily count that.
Yeah,
Unless I don't know though, because
I would like
if
that to
that
be the
is
main Batman.
considered to be the main part of like the main continuity, then that means they got rid of Jason O'Mara as Batman and then substituted for Jensen Ackles, which I'm not mad at. But when you had Jason O'Mara this whole time, it's like
I'm not gonna lie, he's definitely been. For me, at first, it was kind of weird hearing him in Justice League War. And I don't think that I don't think that was his first appearance as Batman, but I think that was the first time I heard him.
If I'm not mistaken, I think he was already voicing Batman from.
Oh, he was Origins,
Young Justice.
Right? Yeah, and Young Justice too. He was also
if I'm not mistaken,
he voiced him in Arkham Origins too.
Yes.
Yeah, he voiced him in Origins as well, which was the year before. Well, I guess technically too, because it usually takes them a while to make these games. But he, like I said, yeah, he definitely. I agree. He's obviously for me, it's Kevin Conroy as number one, but Jason O'Mara, he's up there. Like he's the aside from from Kevin, he's the voice for he's been the voice for this man for the past almost decade. So
yeah, for
that's a long ass
12
time,
years
bro.
now.
And he's been in some super dope you had Justice League War, obviously Throne of Atlantis, Batman versus Robin, Son of Batman, all this shit, Bad Blood.
Entire catalog of movies that he's voiced Batman for.
And obviously again Young Justice too, which is huge as well. So it's he's done his due diligence, man. I think what I'm thinking is Long Halloween is gonna stay as its own thing. That's just, even though they did use the same animation style as well as Man of Tomorrow.
Man of Tomorrow, yeah.
So I don't know, but I think that's just them using that new animation style in general. It's whatever. What I would like to see this time around for the next, I don't know, let's say the next decade of animated movies or whatever. I would love to see them do. Yeah, obviously give us a main Justice League timeline. Give everybody their tie-in movies and like that. But I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think we got a main continuity Green Lantern movie. Aside from Flashpoint, we didn't get a main Flash movie. We got, if I'm not mistaken, was War, Throne of Atlantis, Apocalypse War, Bloodlines.
There's a Wonder Woman movie thrown in there somewhere.
Yeah, Bloodlines, which came at the super end of everything. That Bloodlines came after Apocalypse War, which is they did her how they did Black Widow. It's my nigga, everybody's already dead. Why are we getting this movie for afterwards? Y'all could have saved this for what you're doing now.
Those one-offs.
Yeah, I'm saying you guys can. I think that would be the best way to do it. Give us those. I feel like they should give us at least the main people's tie-in movies. Then give us a JLU where Justice League Unlimited kind of movie where you start bringing in a lot of these more known heroes as well. I would love a Green Lantern movie or a well done animated Green Lantern movie.
There was one.
Wasn't it was it the Emerald Knights one?
3D animated one.
Yeah, I hated that animation. That shit was trash.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to sit there and watch. Even if it had a good story, I wouldn't be able to sit there and watch it.
Visually, it's just nauseating.
Yeah, I would love a legit animated Flash movie aside from them trying to do, because they have so much they could do with the Flash.
Run back to Flashpoint.
Yeah. I'm first of all, y'all already did Flashpoint, so we don't need that again.
Right.
Yeah, we got you could you could do a Crisis movie, which I feel like that would be better as a whole an entire Justice League movie and not just it'd be the Flash. You guys could bring in Wally West, Bart, all of these people.
Honestly, I would have liked a Crisis movie instead of Apocalypse War.
Oh, facts. I feel like they could have waited for Apocalypse War because, if I'm being honest, they didn't even set it up. Apocalypse War honestly just came out of nowhere, and everybody's just so we're getting a rated mature Justice League movie, and everybody's dying, and niggas is getting killed. What's going on?
So I knew something was up when in the beginning, like Superman's just like mad aggro about attacking Falcon's world. It's like, yo, chill out, my guy. What's wrong with you?
That shit was not properly set up, bro. I was so tight. I'm like, y'all could have. First of all, that movie definitely deserved a two-parter because y'all gave the Long Halloween 2 parts, and y'all couldn't do that for Apocalypse War. To at least, if you're gonna just throw this in our face, like at least set it up properly in its own movie. Like,
No, I really feel like there's like a movie that was supposed to come out prior that didn't.
I mean, I feel to be honest, bro. Even if there wasn't, they're gonna say that now. They're gonna use it as an excuse. They're gonna be like, "Oh, well, we had something set up, but Warner Brothers, da da da." I'm like, bro, stop it. Yeah, no. If there's anything that Warner Brothers is lenient with, it's their animation. So, like, don't even try that. Yeah, niggas, come on now. But I mean, yeah, like I said, I would love a legit Green Lantern movie, a legit Flash movie. I mean, bro, fuck it. Give us fucking a Green Arrow movie. Give us a fucking.
No.
Give us a fucking
No, I don't know.
I would love.
Everybody deserves their own movie.
But I fuck with Green Arrow, bro. I think he deserves his own movie. Maybe not as long as everybody else's. Y'all could give him like a 45-minute movie. You know what I'm saying?
No.
But who else? I mean, bro, there are just so many people that deserve.
There's so like you have like your main five, right? So you got, I would say seven. You have Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, Flash, Aquaman,
Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter, Cyborg now apparently. Yeah.
I would say seven. So that's your main seven, right? Have them each have their own individual movies and introduce the other characters
through their movies. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I could see that happening. Like, obviously, we could see Batman and Superman being in each other's movies. You could even throw Wonder Woman in the mix. Obviously, I would love to see Green Lantern and Flash like just kind of joke with each other and shit in their movies. And then who else was left? It was
Yeah, I don't know where this Green Arrow and the Flash buddy thing came from.
That shit came from the Green fucking Lantern. Put some respect on that nigga name, like. And we still haven't even gotten their
well. Buddy.
So I did rewatch the New 52 movies, and I did notice that they kind of had like their bromance already in those movies because when they met in Justice League War, they had already known about each other. Which I'm just like, who would have known? Because we didn't get anything that gave us that. They just knew each other off rip. You know what I mean? And everybody was gawking over Batman because he's so cool. Which I mean, let's be honest.
I think I prefer it be done that way.
You think? I mean, yeah, but at least tell us how they knew. Like, they didn't even give us a little thing on that. Like, how did the Flash and Green Lantern know each other? Like, I mean, I guess Star Labs is not really. I don't want to give them.
They
like,
can do the same thing that they did with like Clint and Natasha, where it's like, oh, it's just like this time Budapest.
Exactly. Yeah. But then again, to be honest, aside from the Flashpoint movie, we didn't get a Flash movie, so we would have never seen that come into fruition, which sucks. But it's whatever.
Which also came out of nowhere.
Yeah, the Flashpoint movie. Well, if we're being honest, DC, yes, we know that DC has had the best when it comes to animation and stuff, but something that we've overlooked is prior to 2011, I think that's when Flashpoint came out, 2010, 2011. Prior to that, there was no organization. Like aside from the shows like Justice League Limited, the Timbers, all that, Teen Titans or whatever, there was no organization in their animation department. So we were just getting we got that Superman Shazam movie, and then we got
Batman, Superman, Public Enemy.
Yeah, there was no timeline. Like, these are all different storylines in different universes that take place.
Different animations.
Up until Flashpoint. Yeah, up until Flashpoint and on is when we actually got a legit universe and and then we still got sprinkled in here and there those random movies and stuff, but there was a legit main continuity in the animated movieverse, which I hope that going forward they continue that, because right now, granted, I don't want to really give them any shit right now because, last year halted production on a lot of things. But right now, all we've gotten... we've gotten 3 movies. I forgot about the Deathstroke movie. Which again, I'm pretty. If I'm being honest, it's look. Even though we didn't see to maybe unless I forgot, I don't think we saw anybody from main DC in the Deathstroke movie. I think it was just solely his movie. So if that's the case, maybe the Deathstroke movie could take place in this new universe because it was pretty fucking good. But all we've gotten so far has been the Man of Tomorrow movie and the Long Halloween, which I wouldn't be mad if these are in the same continuity. It just gives Batman more of a, that could be his technically. The Long Halloween was supposed to take place within his first couple years of being Batman, I think. So that could kind of be his intro to this.
His first to second year.
Yeah. So
because he was already pre-established as Batman.
Yeah. So I think.
And then it takes place over a year.
And then the Superman movie, for what it's worth, it was actually good. I'm not I'm not.
I actually did not see that one.
I'm not a huge fan of Superman, but this movie was actually good.
Yeah, I'm like surprised at myself though because I love Lobo, and I know he's in it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Aside from his thing in Young Justice, I'm not gonna lie. Even with his appearances in Young Justice, I think this has been the best Lobo animated appearance. He was really good in this movie. Like, he stole the show. That's his character, obviously.
That's
but
what he does, yeah.
But he really did that in this movie. He really stole the show, but that nigga was really good. This movie, if you watch the trailer, this isn't really spoiling it, but obviously Lobo's in this movie and Martian Manhunter's in this movie as well. Which I think, if I'm being honest, for a Superman movie, that's pretty fitting. Like, you know what I mean? So it's not. It's one of those things where, if this is the way that this current animated movie universe is going, it's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna be pretty
visually. It's gonna be amazing.
Oh yeah, that's a fact. The new animation, because the Superman movie was the first one to come out with this new animation style. When I saw the trailer, I was just kind of like, But then
it like fuses like that old artistic style modernized.
You know what it kind of reminds me of?
A higher quality of it.
You know what that art style kind of reminds me of? I'm not gonna lie, Archer. Like, the Archer show on Netflix. Yeah. It looks, honestly, like the way they move and the way they talk is just like that. Which is, it's dope.
The way they move and talk is a lot smoother.
Yeah.
Because they have a much bigger budget than FX does.
Oh, absolutely. But it's literally the same kind of style and stuff. It's dope though. It's dope. I fuck with it. Also, if we're being honest, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody. I don't think we got a Superman movie in the New 52. Am I bugging?
Death of Superman. Technically it was a Justice League movie.
Oh, and it did. And I guess that actually those two movies did come out right before Apocalypse War.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest though. It took almost 10 years to get a technically that was one movie broken into two parts because it was the one storyline, but it took almost 10 years to get that. Mind you, we got Son of Batman, Batman versus Robin, Batman Bad Blood,
Bad Blood, Teen Titans.
Technically Superman and Batman were also in the Justice League movies, which was cool, whatever. But
the Teen Titan movies.
Yeah, the Teen Titan movies. Sorry, that joint is
It's not like we didn't get like a surplus of Superman exposure.
Yeah, he just definitely deserved, he should have had his intro movie, because his intro was Justice League War, which I guess technically was everybody's intro for being fair, but the two Batman movies came out back to back after Justice League War and before Throne of Atlantis. So Batman got two movies. I think Batman was the only person that got movies before Throne of Atlantis, and...
Because Throne of Atlantis is not an Aquaman movie, it's a Justice League movie.
Yeah, to be honest. Damn, that's
he's
tough.
Like the only one that's gotten solo films. Oof. And then the one Wonder Woman one that nobody likes.
You know what it was? I think Bloodlines is okay. I think it just falls under this, which I said this for the Black Widow movie too. It came out at the wrong time. Had they given us Bloodlines around that time, 2015, 2016, people would have liked it a lot more. But you can't give us Bloodlines the month before Apocalypse War comes out, and then at that point it's just like, okay, like I saw the trailer for Apocalypse War. I know she's gonna die, so why are you giving me this
Why am
now?
I watching this?
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. The literal timeline, like in real life, affects how people receive a lot of these like movies and shows and how they feel about them and stuff. So there's no organization there. Then that kind of hinders your
Wait, was
crafting.
it, wasn't there supposed to be a Nightwing animated movie?
Yeah, and it got canned. There were
Makes
supposed to
sense.
be a there was supposed to be an older like like how they in the Teen Titans movies they refer to the older Titans a lot, like Nightwing, Starfire, Speedy, all these guys. There was supposed to
Yeah.
be they were supposed to have a full length animated movie as well, and that got canned too. The Nightwing movie was supposed to lead into that movie because it was supposed to show him after leaving the Teen Titans, turning into Nightwing, and then that was supposed to give
No,
like
bloody.
yeah, that was supposed to give us.
Yeah.
That was supposed to then lead into the adult Titans movie where they had to come together for something like an old enemy of theirs or whatever, and which obviously would have been dope to see, but yeah,
That's what I never understood. How did like a badass villain like Deathstroke just become like the arch nemesis of like a bunch of kids?
I I feel like they
Dude, it
over.
took
I
me
mean,
years to piece together that Slade was fucking Deathstroke.
you know what it is. I feel like if we look into that story more in the comics, we'll get a quote unquote legit answer, and we could hit up our guys like Gershon, Hiram, all these guys, and they'll be able to tell us. But I feel like that they kind of did a disservice to like this is just me from the outside looking in. I feel like they kind of did a disservice to Deathstroke by doing that to him by making him a Teen Titans villain for so long because it's like you're talking about one of the few people that was literally going hand to hand with Batman and like putting him on his ass often, and then to be like,
Right.
oh yeah, now you got to deal with my kids, nigga. Like what? The
Like we're
fuck?
so far beyond you now. It's like Frieza having to fight like Goten and Trunks.
Yeah, mind you,
What are you
Deathstroke has put
doing?
in work. Like for everybody that knows, Deathstroke is definitely one of those characters that when like big things happen in the comics, like huge crossovers, he puts in work. Like that's the one person that like people hear talk about him in comics from like certain people, and you're just like, yo, I wouldn't fuck with that nigga if I was you.
Right, he's known across like
The world,
DC. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
So I mean, and they definitely didn't put no respect on my man's name. But then again, like I said, if we look into those comics more specifically, I'm pretty sure we'll find an answer. But I don't know. From the outside looking in, it doesn't look too legit. You know
I
what I
also
mean?
didn't like how they did him in
How they did him in what?
Arkham Origins.
Yeah, again, they made him like a side character. He should have been a bigger part of that story.
Like I get where they were coming from with it and everything, but
They nerfed that nigga, bro, because they made him like, we get it, he's a merc. You hire him to kill whoever you want if you pay him enough. But they literally made him just that in the game. Like he wasn't
there should have
Deathstroke. He
been
wasn't like this well-known person. Like yeah, people talked about it a
yeah,
little bit in the game, but
fight with this man, and then that's it.
yeah. And in the fucking trailer before the game came out, I remember this because I was so hyped. Me and Odin were talking about this. Yo, they have like a whole cinematic of him and Batman fighting on top of some crates
Yeah.
outside, and we don't get nowhere near in the game. You literally are fighting just using your gadgets. I'm like, yo, this shit is what, bro? Nah,
Hmm.
nah.
Yeah, that shit blew my. I was like, damn, I was expecting a lot more. Like I was playing the game originally, and then like I got to it, I was so hyped. I was like, oh yes, it's about to be crazy. Smoked him.
No, dub. Yeah, that fight was actually one of the easiest fights in that game, and it happened so early in the game too that it's like so
It's the same fight.
insignificant.
It's the same game where you fight the electrocutioner.
Yeah, yo,
You
facts,
literally one shot him.
bro. That shit. Oh my god.
Yeah,
That
Origins
was
not it.
that shit, bro. That
They
shit
changed
was.
studios for that one, no? That's when they
Yeah,
changed
that
studios.
was WB Montreal, which it's a little shaky because they're the ones that are doing Gotham Knights. So, but Rocksteady is doing Suicide Squad, which quote unquote takes place in the Arkhamverse. I don't know when, but it takes place in the Arkhamverse apparently.
I was watching. This is like a theory that for the Arkham universe, where the Joker killed Jason is like on like like in Arkham. So like in Arkham's asylum, the first one is when he kills him.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you were talking
Yeah.
about because they have who was it that did? I don't know if it was like I don't know if it's like the leaderboard or who was it on YouTube. Somebody has this like fucking like 3 hour long video that I watch often on the Arkhamverse, which I fucking love, where they explain like how the timelines come together and all that stuff. And somebody and even I looked it up too as well. Like aside from that on online and other videos, a lot of people have that hypothesis that that Joker killed Jason that in the first game technically because apparently there's something you could pass by in the island, and if you look at the overworld map, there is a part of the island that looks like there are like big shut doors, like big, huge closed off doors that you can't get to. Which you know, it makes the most sense to be honest because Arkham Knight takes place like 2 years after Asylum, like 2 or 3 years after. It's 2 years. I thought it was a year after City.
It's like 2 years after City.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
Because I know, well, Joker died. Yeah, because they don't really give us a specific timeline from when Joker died to when they cremated him in the beginning of the game. So, yeah, which that was I wonder, like with the Suicide Squad game, I know we're gonna get gameplay of it in the fandom, in DC's fandom.
Yeah.
It's
What
confirmed.
characters are you excited to play as?
Oh, I definitely want to play as Deadshot and King Shark. King Shark looks
Phenomenal.
like he's facts. After Suicide Squad, bro, son. I know Captain Boomerang is there. We saw Harley, Boomerang, Deadshot, King Shark. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have Rick Flag in there and Amanda Waller, but obviously Amanda's not gonna be playable. Rick probably is. I feel like they'll probably do some DLC characters too, because knowing this game, if they take it the usual Arkham route, it's gonna be a base game with a lot of side missions and like things to do on the side. So maybe we might get some DLC Suicide Squad members, and they'll come with like their own set of side missions to do, which I think would be dope.
They're all like, yeah.
This game is also online co-op
It can't be
too.
that many though.
Nah, I think we'll get like, like 2 DLC characters.
Right.
I think we'll get 2. They'll give us like a
Probably
handful
gonna
of
be
side missions.
Peacemaker.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I think they'll do. I don't think they'll do. I don't think nah, because I was gonna say Ratcatcher would have been funny to do too, but they have to like give them a thingy because I know there's a Ratcatcher Ratcatcher 1.
For Bobs.
Yeah, there's like a teaser in Arkham Asylum for him.
Which got me tight because I realized that was Taika Waititi in the movie.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yo, when I saw his
All
face,
over the place.
bro, a lot of them are like this dude, the guy that's voicing the Watcher, Jeffrey Wright, he's Commissioner Gordon in the Matt Reeves Batman movie.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these places are going back and forth, and it's dope too to see that. Honestly, like I love that. I love seeing that.
A lot of production studios just like, nah, you can't use this actor for good reasons.
They're just like, yo, I'm trying to get to this bag. What?
Right.
Are y'all gonna pay me more if I told them no? No? Alright then. Fuck. I feel like a lot of these actors and directors and like all these people that work on both films, like both studios, Marvel and DC, I feel like they have that in their contracts with these people where they're just like, yo, I'm not only gonna work with you, these next 3 films. If DC offers me tells me that they want me to do this film, I'm gonna go do that shit too. Like, you know what I mean?
I was like, imagine like you're watching like the next Marvel movie, like the next phase, right? You're watching like Moon Knight or some shit, right? And then all of a sudden you just see like Henry Cavill.
Yo,
She
that
was
would be
like,
fucking hilarious, bro.
Superman?
That's what I'm waiting for. Some shit like that to happen because that's different. Because I feel like the actors, like the main actors, like I feel like I don't think RDJ is gonna come out in a DC movie in no time soon.
Never.
No,
Absolutely never.
I don't think he'll do that. Like I really don't think he'll do that. Yo, speaking of, honestly, you just reminded me when you said Moon Knight. Marvel, I think yesterday on their Instagram they released like the I think it was like some of the release dates for, let me see. So She-Hulk, okay, She-Hulk is coming out in January, which I think they had said that before, or they had given us an estimate that it was going to come around that time. She-Hulk is coming out in January.
Yeah, is it bad that I don't want a She-Hulk?
I just don't know much about her, if I'm being
Can I
honest.
get a decent Hulk and then you introduce She-Hulk and then we get She-Hulk?
Bro, chill, you're gonna have all these shorties coming into your thing right now. Like, what the fuck?
I don't
See,
care.
that's what happens. Moon Girl
No,
and the Devil Dinosaur. I don't know what that is.
this is how you set things up. Like, this is how you present things. You don't just randomly come up with like She-Hulk, and it's like, okay, so where in the main continuity does she fit in? Where was she this whole time?
Yeah, that's true.
And I feel like they're given like all these like little known characters like their own like movies and shows, and it's like, when did you establish these characters?
That's the thing too that I feel like our guy Gershon has brought up this up before too. I think it's unfair. Like it doesn't do those characters justice when you just throw them at us and then we're expected to be hyped for them when in reality we've spoken about this before where most of the people that go to watch these movies are just general fans. They're not like comic fans. So they don't know who these people are. And then maybe a lot of these new heroes might get a bad rep when a new person like comes in and everybody's just like, who the fuck is this? Like I could imagine when Moon Knight's show happens, unless you get put on to Moon Knight by people that know about him, I feel like genuinely his viewership is gonna be down. I don't think many general
Yeah.
fans are gonna watch this shit unless like somebody from the MCU comes out and says, "Yo, you gotta watch this show because it's gonna be a part of the next phase and shit like that." And shit, that I feel like that's what's saving. That's what's gonna save a lot of these new characters coming out. Is when you say, "Yo, their show is a part of the next phase, so you gotta watch it to like be in the loop with the movies and shit." And that doesn't do those characters justice, low key.
So like it goes back to, when did you establish these characters?
Yeah, that's the question. Yeah.
If, say like in Homecoming, right? Spider-Man, because he was out at night versus when predominantly Moon Knight works, because he's white Batman.
And the nigga that's supposed to be defending him in the new movie Daredevil, and they're both in New York. I don't know,
Right.
maybe tease him or something like something.
Mention, like you could be like, oh yeah, like this fucking crazy guy who like jumps out of like a crescent moon ship, beats up people, and, like vanishes. It's like, crescent Moon Knight, what? And then it's
Anything,
okay.
like literally anything.
Or it's like, oh yeah, there's like this blind lawyer who's like in charge of like putting away like the vulture or something.
They could have I feel like they could have made a funny ass joke when it came to Daredevil and Spider-Man. Like maybe Spider-Man was swinging one day, and like Daredevil like cuts his web off with like his fucking sticks or some shit, or like Spider-Man just sees him from far and he's just like, yo, why is that guy standing on the edge with a mask covering his eyes? I don't want to fuck with that nigga, and I'm gonna just leave. Like anything.
Or just like see him like perched on like a gargoyle or something.
Yeah, it
And
literally
I just have like a little joke like, oh hey, this is usually where I do my thing. And it's like,
yeah. I think because you know what it is. You know what it is, and again, this is something that we've all said here before too. The whole they've always been there shit is getting old. Like it got old from the jump. Like it's getting old. You can't just keep on hitting us with, oh, they've always been there, but now is when we're gonna give you their origins and when they're gonna when we're gonna put them in the main movies, and it's just like the only thing that I expect that from coming forward now is gonna be Fantastic Four, X-Men, Deadpool. because that we literally just saw them acquire those back. That's different. But when all these other titles that you guys have had during the Infinity Saga and pre and after that, and you're just gonna hit us with the oh yeah, you know, Moon Knight stuff happened way back then, and then they're gonna probably show some shit where like they'll show the events of the first Avengers movie like during the time when Moon Knight was doing his thing and becoming Moon Knight, and it's just like, why didn't you guys say anything about him 10 fucking years ago when that shit happened? Like, what's going on? Right. But I don't know. Again, like it's just that whole they've always been there shit. That shit is getting tiring.
Honestly, yeah, it really is. Yeah, I'm drinking Poland Springs.
There's actually water from my filter that I have at home. We filter gang on here. I got that Dasani because you know that's that filtered tap water, baby.
Nasty, bro.
That's that Dasani coming out that filter, boy. But yeah, that whole like listen, Disney, Marvel, whoever, DC, whoever's looking at this, because I know DC is about to pull that with. Well, actually, no, they have a lot more important things to worry about, like the Flashpoint movie. So I feel like they're not gonna hit us with the they've always been there for a while. But yeah, like a lot of that shit, like Marvel.
You know what I feel like? The whole like Snyder cut and like Whedon cut, and how like they're like two different like timelines.
Oh, they're trying to from what I heard, they're like completely retconning the Whedon cut. Like that's like not a thing anymore.
That was like supposed to be like, you know, but apparently a fan was like, oh yeah, you know, it's like a fan theory basically. That they're two separate timelines, and when Barry was able to cross over to the Snyder cut one, where they were able to, I guess, fight Darkseid. I forget what the actual like theory of it was, but I feel like that was just gonna be like, sure.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, what's that supposed to do?
Now they're like taking that idea and they're like running with it. So I'm just like,
from what I've seen, apparently they're trying to treat
for you guys. Come on.
Yeah, which that blows mine too. That apparently, from what I've seen as well, they're trying to treat the Snyder Cut as like Apocalypse War. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you know, I mean, obviously with the whole Flashpoint shit happening, because apparently in the Snyder Cut that was supposed to be the darkest timeline, like. The shit that we saw in the nightmare sequences was quote unquote supposed to happen. So Barry is going back so that they don't happen, which is why we got that scene in Dawn of Justice.
The theory was that in the Whedon version, Lois dies.
Oh, like that's supposed to be the nightmare one?
Right.
Which that movie, you know, no pun intended, that movie was a fucking nightmare, but.
So yeah, in the Whedon one, Lois dies and Superman is corrupted by Darkseid. In the Snyder one, that's like the original. I wouldn't say the original, but look, it's a parallel where Bruce gets that vision of Barry. He's like, "It's Lois. Lois is the key, or whatever," and then like disappears. Like that's like the continuing timeline now. So it's like two separate timelines that happen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, Interesting.
Facts. That would be dope. Honestly, I wouldn't be mad at that. I think.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at it either if they actually came up with that concept.
You know what I'm thinking is gonna happen. I think that we're gonna get a like this is obviously gonna be the DCEU's New 52 that's about to happen, because I can honestly 100% see this dude Twilight Boy being the new main Batman after Flashpoint, that's why I feel like well then again the Batman movie comes out before
like
Flashpoint.
Standing next to Henry Cavill though.
Well, no, I mean, like, we're going to get a new Superman and everything, I'm assuming. Like, I don't think it'll just be a new Batman and that's it. But then again, Aquaman is coming out. Like, yeah, like, I don't know. This is going to be weird.
Clusterfuck. Stupid.
Aquaman comes out December of next year. The Batman comes out in March. Yeah, Batman comes out. So Batman, we're getting bro. In the same month, we're getting Batman and Thor. That's crazy. Um.
Yeah, but it's Guardians of the Galaxy and Thor.
Yeah, but still. What else? What else?
What do you think is gonna do better in the box office?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I think it's gonna be Thor because it's Marvel, bro. It's already set up.
Yeah.
The Flash.
It's a safe bet.
I forgot
that's gonna be successful.
Yeah, I forgot that the Flash officially got pushed back to November of next year, so it's coming out right before. It's coming out right before Aquaman.
Yeah.
That's tough. Let me see. Oh, this nigga Rudy Mancuso is gonna be in the Flash movie? That's tough. You remember that nigga from Vine?
No.
Rudy, my guy Rudy. Let me see. Flash. Let me see. When is filming end for this? I started filming in England. Okay, in April. It'll probably stop filming soon. I feel like they'll stop filming around like December maybe. It started in April. Yeah, it's just like again, it's the whole thing about organization, where how things come out. If the Flashpoint is gonna be like your heavy hitter for this coming up, that obviously I know they like confirm and deconfirm it all the time, because like even they still don't know what the fuck they're doing. I feel like Flashpoint should have came out even if the Batman isn't gonna take place in the new universe. I feel like Flashpoint should have still came out before that to maybe set some things up that could still potentially help things in another universe or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
It's gonna be weird, and yeah, I know. I don't know.
RDC World just dropped another video.
Of what?
2 hours ago. It's how character customization would be for Black people in video games.
Well, that's a fact, bro. All you get is a Caesar cut and cornrows.
Yo, facts. Or dreads. Yeah, it's a good place to leave it. I think for the Donda, we'll save that for next week. When we actually listen to the album.
Yeah, because it is true. I'm still missing like a good 7-8 songs on that shit. So
missing like 12.
That's not bad. That's like the first half of the album right there, bro.
Right.
But yeah, I think that'll be it for now. Y'all already know this is our first. Again, this is our first, and if we're being honest, I don't think this will be our last YouTube only podcast episode. We don't know what the future holds. I'm not saying that next week we'll do the same, but at least for this week, like we said earlier, we're standing in solidarity with our brothers and sisters in streaming. So it is what it is. Twitch, step the fuck up. Amazon,
do
step
better.
the fuck up. Do better. Literally do better. It's not that hard.
Do something.
When you're a platform that's making millions of dollars every couple of hours, it's really not that hard to change shit up.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all have done it before when it's made you money, so we need y'all to step up and do it again to save it. Because it's like that thing with what OnlyFans tried to do a couple weeks ago when they tried to take off the explicit content. You can't block the people that made your fucking platform what it is.
That was because of the payout banks and stuff. For like payouts, a lot of banks were like, nah. But I guess that reformed, then they were.
Of course,
that's not changing. So.
Bro, that's how banks make their money. Is when people make money. So if you're gonna stop people from using your bank, then you're gonna lose money. It's just that simple. So, but yeah, thank you guys for joining us for this week's episode. Sorry we didn't have a top 5 for you this week, but there were just more important things to talk about. Honestly, this time around, especially
so much going on.
Yeah, realistically, yeah. If you guys can, again, like all the other episodes, are gonna link all of our socials down there below. Go show the boy Alpha some love. He's in Canada right now. Put him on to shit to do out there, because that nigga never been out there. And you already know. And you never know, you might
He's in good hands.
Oh, definitely, for sure. Shout out to homie Chuck. But yeah, you guys. So yeah, that'll be it for this week's episode. You wanna send them off, Mugen?
Peace out, bitches.
Mugenda.
Okay.